What the hell's going on, Americans? Jericho Green here with you once again. And the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, has out piece of shitted himself. Yesterday, he signed into law SB 27, demanding that any president who wants to be on the ticket in California, on California ballots, has to give up their tax return or their tax return information for the last 5 years. He did it. A couple other people have done it, but not everybody. Jerry Brown didn't do it. You know, his TDS is bad, but he didn't do it. So it sounds to me like somebody has some financial skeletons in the closet. So I guess we've tackled it all. I guess we're good, California. Roads and infrastructure is good. Education systems in the top 3. Cut the homeless, by 95%. Everything's good. Got that $3.2 trillion debt down. So let's start tackling the frivolous, stupid shit. The shit that doesn't matter. The shit that shouldn't be. No, that's not the case. California is still fucked up. Still $3 trillion in debt. Terrible infrastructure. Terrible schools. More homeless than the rest of the country combined. More welfare recipients than the rest of the country combined. But here we are tackling this. So far, you've passed a law that gives illegals age 19 to 26 prime working age health care. And now you've made it so if a presidential candidate wants to be on ballots in California, they have to give up their tax returns for the last 5 years. Also aimed at Trump. Now, number one, you can't fucking do that because this is not a state election. This is it's a national election. This is on a federal level. You can't do that. You can't decide who can be on the ballot and who can't be, decide depending on how you feel about them. It doesn't work that way. That's the fucking problem when you get feelings involved. He's over emotional. Grew up in a fatherless home. I'm just saying. He had too much estrogen around him during life. He's too emotional. Yes, women are more emotional than men, are more in touch with their emotions than men. I know. I'll wait a second while you regain consciousness. So he's doing bullshit like this. So far he's fucked us twice, but our state's still all fucked up. The TDS is out of control. You cannot fucking do that. Now, of course, stuff like that's going to be signed into law. It'll be challenged legally. Like, come on. Any fucking first-year law student, with an armful of unorganized papers, tripping and falling over themselves, could fucking nail this shit. This is illegal. You can't do it. Federally, it's against federal law. And he said he was hoping that other states will follow their lead. Unfortunately, other states do. And unfortunately, other states will try. New York, anyone? That's the fucking sad part. They're going to try and duplicate this shit. But it'll get shot down on a federal court level because you cannot do that. But it's amazing to me, all these fucking problems going on. And Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom is not the only one. We all know what's going on with fucking Elijah Cummings' sorry ass. As a congressman from Baltimore, the fucking murder capital of the country, but you worried about some fucking children at the border. You need to flip that focus. You need to flip that intensity and aim it at the issues in your district, in Elijah Cummings' case, and your fucking state, in Newsom's case. Tackle the real shit. Tackle the children with these garbage parents that allow them to go to bed hungry every night. Tackle these fucking schools. I was talking to my wife about this the other night. When are schools just gonna teach? When can they just get back to teaching? They gotta be a fucking caseworker, a social worker. They gotta bring clothes from home. They gotta make an extra lunch for some kid who shows up hungry and dirty every fucking day. And they're indoctrinating. They're not teaching. Now, all of them are not like that. My daughter goes to a great elementary school. But a lot of these places are becoming indoctrination centers instead of fucking teaching these children. They get all this pressure from higher ups, from these politicians in California to start spoon feeding our kids this bullshit. This rewriting history bullshit. Well, now we need to include people who affected history who were transgender, blah, 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 people of color. That has no fucking bearing on what they did. They become these indoctrination centers, not places where children can get educated. So why don't we tackle that, Gavin? Instead of worrying about who the fuck... Look, I don't give a fuck what Trump did with his taxes, especially 5 years ago when he wasn't the president. All these corporations and shit, all these billionaires, people with these companies, down to the mom and pop level, everybody's trying to pay less taxes. There are legal loopholes you can use to do that. And you know damn good and well, if you had the means to do that, you would be doing the same thing. Everybody wants as little money taken out of their check as possible. And one of my buddies I was having dinner last night with, what up, Danny? He had a great point. He said all this shit would change if people had to pay their taxes after they got paid. Like you get the gross, you know, the side of your check you don't even look at now because that number don't even fucking matter. If you got your gross and then had to pay your taxes, then you'd be like, what the fuck? We need to change this shit today. It's always harder to let go of your money than to get your money after it's already been, you know, pillaged. Basically, California's 13.3% on top of the 14 from a federal level. So yeah, that would be totally different to have to write out a check or call a number and have it taken out of your account to pay taxes. Then we'd really want to start taking a look at this shit. Then we really want to follow the money and see where our money's going. And apparently it's to pay our officials to sit around and pass bullshit laws that will get shot down in a court in 5 minutes. All because of their feelings. Well, your feelings are costing me money. And you already take enough for that. Gas prices, housing, sales tax. It's like throwing another fucking stone in the basket on your back. Fuck, what else? We just got hit with a 5.6 cent gas tax. Hovering around $4 a gallon. Gavin, you piece of shit. You rotten piece of shit. You rotten best friend's wife fucking piece of shit. Now let me get back in this damn rat race and wrap up my work day. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. Do not forget, all the money I make on Teespring today is going to the family of the victims of the Gilroy Garlic Festival shooting. Man, I'm out.